Hi everyone, today we're going to visit the home of politics in the UK, the Houses of Parliament. The building is located in the centre of London, next to the river, and the surrounding area is known as Westminster. The building was originally built and used by the monarchy, by a king, from perhaps as early as the year 1016. It was only later that it started to be used by Parliament. The original building was destroyed in a fire in 1834, so the building we see today is the one that was rebuilt after this fire. The most famous part of the building is the tall clock tower. This tower was recently renamed the Elizabeth Tower to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's 60 years as Queen. Inside the tower is a very famous bell, known as Big Ben. Inside the building there are over 1,000 rooms, which include offices, restaurants and libraries. The two most important rooms, however, are the House of Commons and the House of Lords. These two houses are similar in many ways, but they also have a number of significant differences. Let's first talk about how they're similar. The actual work that people do in the Commons and the Lords is almost the same. They make new laws, they check the work that the government is doing, and they talk about and debate the important issues of the day. If one house makes a decision, this has to be checked and agreed by the other house. Having two different houses therefore helps to stop any decision or law that's too extreme. It means that most of the laws passed have been agreed by a large number of people. Either one of the two houses can vote against a decision by the other house, so a new law must be agreed by both houses. In fact, most new laws are created in the House of Commons and then given to the House of Lords to approve, to agree to. It is the House of Commons which is most important and which creates most of the new laws. As you can see, the seats here in the House of Commons are green. The seats in the House of Lords are red. The House of Commons gets its name from the fact that the people who work here are common people, regular people, normal people. They are the members of Parliament, or MPs, who have been chosen by the people during an election. The UK is divided into 650 small areas. Each small area is called a constituency, and each of these areas, each constituency, has one MP. There are therefore 650 MPs in the House of Commons. Each MP divides their time between working in Parliament and working in their constituency. When Parliament is meeting, MPs generally spend their time working in the House of Commons. When they're back in their constituency, local people can come to the MP's office and talk to them. The MP's job is to represent the people of his or her constituency in Parliament. A general election happens every 5 years, and when this happens, every one of these 650 areas, or constituencies, vote for the MP they want. The party with the largest number of MPs after the election forms the next government. The Prime Minister, who is also an MP for a constituency, is the leader of the party with the most MPs. He then chooses who he wants to be his Minister for Education or Minister for Health and so on. In the House of Commons, the government sits on one side and the opposition, the other parties, sit on the other side. The House of Commons is home to many discussions and debates. Debates here can often get very loud and lively. There are some rules and traditions, however, to keep everything under control. The person in control is called the Speaker of the House. He sits in the middle of the two sides, in between the government and the opposition. His job is to make sure that every MP is heard and that there isn't too much noise. He also makes sure there isn't any bad language or anything like that. If an MP wants to say something during a debate, they need to get the attention of the Speaker. To do this, they stand up. If you watch a debate in the House of Commons, you can see this happening. MPs standing up and sitting down. This is called catching the Speaker's eye. Every Wednesday, MPs have the chance to ask the Prime Minister questions. This is the main event of the week in the House of Commons, and in all of UK politics. It's called Prime Minister's Questions, and afterwards the newspapers and TV talk about the performance of the Prime Minister and how well he answered the questions. So that's the House of Commons. Next time we'll talk about the other place, the House of Lords.